You don't know me, but you tried to kill me. I will have a scar on my arm in the memory of you pointing your gun at me, ingrained in my brain forever. The person I was at 2:20 on Wednesday, February 14th, 2018, is not the same one who stands here today. I am broken and altered, and I will never look at the world the same way again.
It is not anger or revenge that put me in this position. I want you to listen very well. I am far beyond those feelings. I have emptiness, I have sadness, and I have grief. I am broken. I am broken.
You were given a gift of grace and mercy, something you did not show to any of your victims. I wish nothing for you today. After today, I don't care what happens to you. You'll be sent to jail, you'll begin your punishment, you'll be a number, and for me, you will cease to exist. You have taken enough from me and my family, and today, we close this chapter on this part of our nightmare and only remember Chris for the hero he was to us every day.
A year ago, in this very building, you told us that you had remorse for what you did. Well, where was your remorse when you saw my father injured and bleeding out on the floor and decided to shoot him for a third time? Your defense preyed on the idea of your humanity, yet you had none for those that you encountered on February 14th.
The first major event of my adult life was when I was 19, when my sister was shot to death. And now my early 20s are ending with being told that no justice will be done in her memory. That she died, but it doesn't matter because his life wasn't cupcakes, rainbows, and sunshine. He gets daily meals, a roof over his head, and a bed to sleep in now. My sister's body is food for carrion. Her roof is 6 feet of dirt, and her bed is a coffin. She died scared. She tried to hide behind a desk, and he shot her multiple times, as I said, with one of the bullets hitting her in the heart. She died alone on a dirty classroom floor, and whether she suffered for 1 second, 1 minute, or longer, although I can't imagine she lived very long after a bullet tore through her heart, she had no chance of being rescued or saved, and he made sure of that.
Over the course of his life, starting at a very young age, he received more than most kids in America will ever receive. It's irresponsible for you to make a statement that is an outright lie. You're making the mental health crisis in America worse by misrepresenting what actually happened to the Parkland murderer, just so you can receive fame and notoriety and go on a book tour? There are so many people that really need mental health services and did not get them, but that's not the case with the Parkland murderer.
The jury has failed the families, the victims, and me. Was this mass murderer a victim when he put the gun to my sister's chest and shot her? Was he a victim when he shot her again? Was he a victim when he shot her 2 more times on his second pass? Some jurors may have thought so, but I know he is just a murdering bastard. I'm speaking about this today because I've held my tongue long enough. People have heard from adults and parents, police and medical staff, but they haven't heard from me. A boy whose life was changed in a flash when this murdering bastard chose to kill my fun-loving older sister, Gina Rose Montalto. I hope the jurors that allowed him to live will regret their decision after hearing this from me today.
Our families were prohibited from bringing photos of our murdered loved ones to the courtroom. We couldn't even wear bracelets or pins to court to represent the victims. The court did everything it could to dehumanize our beautiful Gina, her classmates, and her teachers, who were massacred by this admitted murderer. My family and the others had to sit like church mice in the courtroom for fear of influencing the jury and possibly causing a mistrial. We all showed amazing grace and decorum as we learned the terrible things this murdering bastard did to our children, spouses, and fathers. The justice system even stops the jury from considering our victim impact statements. How could it be a fair trial when the only people who can speak for the victims, those who cannot speak for themselves, have the jury instructed to disregard our words? The system is biased against the victims. It trampled the First Amendment rights of my family in a misguided effort to protect the perpetrator of these heinous crimes.